Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to pick a foundation color. And this idea came from kind of an unfortunate event because I saw this girl on the bus who had the most flawless looking skin, but then her neck was about 5 shades lighter than her face. I know this is a topic that a lot of people talk about, but I just want to share some of my tips on how to get an accurate color match. And I don't self-tan or spend a lot of time in the sun, so I'm not sure if you would have to have a different method of picking a foundation color if you do. And when I'm picking a foundation color, I'm not trying to look more tan or lighter. I'm just trying to get as close to match as possible. Just keep in mind though that how accurate a shade is for you also depends on your skin type, because depending on the formula of the foundation, it can interact with your skin in different ways and the foundation could oxidize and turn a little bit orange. Just remember that just because a color looks good on you in the store doesn't mean that it's the right formula. So let's get started. So my first tip is to match your neck, not your jaw. I think like the traditional advice for matching your foundation is to go into the store with no makeup on and then swipe a couple of foundation shades right here on your jaw, and whichever one disappears into your skin is the right color. However, your jaw is a part of your face that's exposed to the sun quite a bit, so it can be a little bit darker than the rest of your face and your neck. I think the biggest problem that a lot of people have with matching their foundation color is that it's, one shade up here and then it's a totally different color from the neck down. And that's because they're matching their foundation to the darkest part of their face. So I think it's a better idea to match your neck instead, because then you're, the same tone all over. My second tip would be to know your MAC color. Sometimes when you're shopping within a brand and you see different lines of foundations, you'll notice that their shade numbers or names are different, which is pretty frustrating because then you've lost that frame of reference for what shade you should be within that line. MAC is a line that no matter what base product you're using, such as foundation, concealer, or powder, you're going for the same number every single time. And I think a lot of people who are really into makeup know their MAC number, and when they're doing reviews they'll say, I'm this MAC number and I use this shade in this product. So I think that's really helpful when you're trying to gauge what shade you should be looking at. Just Google your MAC number and then this product, and you'll find a lot of bloggers who give you that kind of general reference as to what shade you should be looking for in that line. I know that Sephora is now doing a similar system. It's called Color IQ, and when you go into a store they can scan different parts of your face to give you a shade number or like a serial number, and then when you go online they will recommend certain shades based on that number. I can tell you from personal experience that it's not always the most accurate shade match, and I think they still have a lot of work to do for their shade recommendations. So in the meantime, I would stick with the MAC number system. And my final tip would be if you're really in between two shades, go with the lighter one. I think a lot of people would recommend, buying both and just mixing them to get your color. I'm not really a fan of that advice because, first of all, you're spending twice as much money, and if you're buying a high-end foundation, that ends up being like $80-ish. And also, just because you're in between two colors doesn't mean that a mix of them is your perfect shade. And also, if you do manage to mix that perfect combination to suit your skin tone, would you be able to recreate it the next day? So I just don't think that's a really user-friendly way of matching your foundation color. So instead, if I'm between two shades in a line, I like to go with the lighter foundation and then just warm it up with some light bronzer. I think it's a lot easier to get a natural look like that than picking the darker color and then trying to, fix the color from the neck down. So for that kind of method, I really like the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Powder in Sunny. This is depotted, but it usually comes in kind of like a brownish looking compact. And you don't even need to use this all over your face. I find that just dusting on the perimeter of your face, like your hairline, under the cheekbones and your jaw, is enough to make it look natural and kind of blended into your neck color. So that's great. Plus, this bronzer is like $2.99, $3, so it's way cheaper than buying a second bottle of foundation, no matter if you're buying high-end or drugstore. So those are my tips for matching your foundation color, guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.